What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Red China, and I'm here with a video. So by that title, you guys already know what we're getting into today. So you guys, this is a story time on how I was touched in school by another student. And y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, like, y'all need to be aware of things that goes on in the school with your kids. You need to always ask your kids what's going on. Y'all always need to sit down and talk to them. I'm only spreading awareness about my story because I want my story to get out there, and I always wanted it to be, told so more parents can get more involved with their children, or the people they're hanging around, or maybe the people that just messing with them in school, because you never know. Like, we as parents always, oh, they're just elementary school, they don't know what they're doing, this, that, and the third. I was in the 5th grade and it happened to me. So let's get into the story. So I was in 5th grade or whatever. So I didn't stay with my parents. Like, I got taken away from my mom when I was 6 years old due to an incident or whatever. So I wound up getting into the system. So the system took me away from my mom. They placed me in the system. Then after they placed me in the system, I went with my grandmother. So throughout school, I'm not gonna say I was the perfect child. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was just a good little girl. I was just doing what she told me to do, or doing what people told me to do, because all kids mess up. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. We all go through our phases. As children, we all go through our phases. There's nobody as a child that don't go through their phase. So if you sit on this platform and you sitting like, oh, I was a good person, I did this, I did that, I was good in school, I obeyed my teacher all the time, you lying. Because it's somewhere down the line you disobeying somebody. We just learn as kids not to do it and to respect our elders. So I'm not gonna sit on this camera and lie to nobody, to my audience, to myself, and just make it seem like I was just the perfect Miss Patty in school or in elementary school. So like I said, this happened when I was in elementary school. I had like a behavior problem in elementary school. So that's why I mentioned to y'all like, I was not the perfect child. So I had a behavior problem in school where I had to go and be with a counselor. It was like me and 6 other kids. They would take us out of class and they would make us go to this behavior specialist, and she would just sit there and talk to us about our day and how we could better improve ourselves, and how we could get back on track of learning. I was in regular classes, y'all. This is not no slow learning disability class, no, none of that, which is nothing's wrong with that. Let me put that out there now before people get in the comments, oh, what's wrong with slow people? I'm not saying nothing's wrong with you guys. I was just in a program like where they come and take you out your class just to see how you doing, how you feeling, and stuff like that, because I wasn't the best child in elementary school, just let's put it like that. So it was a counselor. So she comes and she gets like 6 of us at a time. It's the same 6 people that I see all the time. So I'm gonna give her a name. I'm gonna name her Miss Diaz. I'm gonna just name her Miss Diaz. So Miss Diaz would come and get me. It was 2 girls, and I believe the rest was guys. I think it was like, or should I say it was 3 girls, 3 boys? I don't know. I don't remember that far back, but I do remember things that happened. But she used to come get us up out of class just to help us to see where we at, just to counsel us and things like that. So this other student, I'm gonna give him a name. What can I name him? I'm gonna name him Q. Okay. So Miss Diaz would come and get us out of class. She would get like I said, 6 of us out of class. So Q was always in the session with me. Like, he was always in the session with me. And like one day I'm coming out of class or whatever. She comes for her routine route. She comes and get us out the class. Is me, Q, and the other students. She come and get us up out of class. So We all sit around a table. We're doing our counseling, things like that. We talking, and me and Miss Diaz, we're going back and forth. We're talking about things that happened that week in school, like how can I better improve myself, do better. I noticed like Q would like just make like eyes at me and stuff like that. And you know, me being in elementary school, like I'm looking back at him like, yeah, this, that, the third. But he was a tall guy. Like he was really tall. I think he stayed back a grade or two. He was really tall. Like he was bigger than me. Like I'm just this little girl, 5th grader now. I'm this little girl and he's this big tall boy. Like he almost looked like he can really be like one of the teachers. He's that big. So we wind up he wound up just looking at me and stuff like that. I'm not paying no attention because it's really not bothering me that he's looking at me, because he's a boy. He's a boy, he's gonna look at me. So me being the person I am, I'm talking to her. Then she go around the table, she asks everybody about how their week went, like what can we do to better improve our week. We go back to class, nothing happened that day. I just noticed he looking at me. The second day, the second session that we had, she get the 6, she get me and Q out of our class. He wasn't in class with me. I think he was in a couple of other classes. So this is where I noticed like he was doing too much, and like I felt so uncomfortable. So like the next session that we had, he would come and like he had came and sat by me. So I'm like, okay, or whatever. So I'm really not, you know. So we get in there, we start talking to her, she talking back to us. I noticed him like rubbing on my thighs and stuff. I'm like moving his hand and stuff because I feel uncomfortable. I'm like, boy, what is you doing? Like, you know, like, don't touch me. Like, that's how I am. So I notice every time Miss Diaz get up to like go check her computer, or she gets up to like go do something, he like touching on my thighs and stuff like that. And I'm telling him like, I feel so uncomfortable, like stop touching me, don't do that. And the type of person I am, like I don't like back then I was too scared to like tell a lot of stuff. Like I wasn't on that because like I didn't ever want to get nobody in trouble or for nobody to hate me and make me feel no type of way or do nothing. I always just wanted to fit in. I guess that's where my behavior came from too, because I just always want to fit in, and fitting in like wasn't the thing, but I always wanted to fit in because I always felt left out, like I was a weird person because the situations I went through, because like, you know, I wasn't like a normal kid. I didn't go through the things that normal kids went through, like with the whole situation with my mom being taken away from my mom, stuff like that. But I don't blame nothing that ever happened to me on my mom, my dad, nobody. Like that's just my story, you know. So I noticed he touching me and stuff like that, but I tell him to stop. So after this had happened, after that we going back to class. That session that we had, she normally release us so we can walk back to class by ourselves. She'll come get us from the class, but we would never walk back to class with her. So I go into the bathroom after the second session. I goes in the bathroom, and once I go in the bathroom, I come out and I notice he's standing in front of the bathroom, and I'm like laughing and stuff, like, why are you like messing with me like that? Like, you know, why are you messing with me? So like then he get to snatching on my arm, like trying to drag me in the bathroom. I'm like, boy, no, like what the fuck? I'm like, stop pulling on me, stop. And I'm telling him to stop, like I feel so uncomfortable, stop. So he like, shut up, you gonna get me in trouble, this, that, that. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, like stop pulling on me, like I don't like you, like stop touching me, like I don't like that, you making me feel real uncomfortable. And like I'm telling him this, and he like just doing what he want to do basically. So he's snatching on my arm, trying to drag me in the bathroom. I'm like, stop. So around that time I had really started getting like scared, and I didn't want to go back to Miss Diaz sessions. So she started noticing, like I told my teacher, I was like, I don't want to go back to the session. So the teacher like, oh, and let me rewind it back. So that day when after he he pulled my arm and tried to drag me in the bathroom, he stuck his hand in my pants and like was touching me, and I was like, can you stop? Like, I feel so uncomfortable, and I'm crying, and I'm telling him like, stop. So then he finally had let me go, and I had rushed back to class. So when I got to class, I went inside the class, and then I told my teacher, I was like, I don't want to go back to her session. So he was like, why? Like, why you won't go, trying to get me to talk? And I wouldn't tell him nothing. I'm like, I just don't want to go back. I just don't want to go. So then that's when he was like, well, you have to go because you have to talk to her. So then the following week came, and then Miss Diaz came back to the class to come get her. So every day this boy would do this to me. He would pull my arm, put his hands in my pants, make me feel so freaking uncomfortable. And y'all, when I said I was so uncomfortable, I was so uncomfortable. And like, he tell me, oh, if you tell, I'll get some hoes to drag you, like beat you up. And mind you, we in the 5th grade, and like, I don't know none of these females out here in the city we was living in, stuff like that. I just always wanted to fit in. Like I said, I ain't never want nobody to hate me. I never wanted nobody to be mean to me, like none of that. I just wanted to fit in, coming from where I had came from in life. So I just wanted to fit in. I just wanted to, I thought that like it was okay, like shit, I'm just trying to fit in. So every day I would like pull away from him and stuff, and he'll do it again. So it was this one particular day, we was sitting at the table, and Miss Diaz knew I was kind of like quiet. She was like, you kind of quiet today, something bothering you? I was like, no, not really. And I knew he was coming. He was late to this session, actually. I was kind of getting happy because he didn't even show up. He wasn't even on time to the session. So I was like, he probably not showing up. So I was like, this is my chance to tell her. But I couldn't tell her. Like, the words just wouldn't come out my mouth. Like, I'm trying to sit there and tell her, but the words just not coming out. So she like, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. Because she's my counselor. So she knows. She asking me, Erica, are you okay? I'm telling her, like, Miss Diaz, like, and I'm trying to tell her, but the words just won't come out. He walks in the door. He sits down at the table. So, I'm sitting at the table or whatever, not paying no attention, whatever. So, he wound up, like, touching on me again, like, under the table. And then that's when I, like, scooped my chair back. And I was just like, I wish you would stop. Like, for real. So, at this time, Miss Diaz catching on to what's going on. So she like, what's going on? Like, I was like, nothing. He just keep touching me, and I keep asking him to stop. She was like, Q, please keep your hands to yourself, stuff like that. But I didn't tell her the other stuff that happened to me. So then she was like, what's wrong with you? Stuff like that and things like that. So I wouldn't tell her because I didn't want to get beat up. I didn't want him to like go tell no girls to beat me up, none of that. I didn't want no problems with nobody. At this point, like I said, I just wanted to fit in. I didn't want no problems with nobody. So as time go on, this is the day that he get caught and she see him with her eyes doing this stuff to me. And then I'm gonna tell y'all what happened after that. So boom. So this day she come get me out of class, and the session is over with. It's over with now. So as the session over with, I try to skip the bathroom, but when you walk in, like, I don't know if y'all know how elementary is or how school is, like the bathroom sits in the middle in the hallways and you have to walk like out the door. So like this day he come and snatch on my arm and he pulls me into the bathroom, and like I'm crying and I'm telling him stop, please stop, and I'm crying and I'm begging him stop, and he just stuck his hands in my pants. And then that's when Miss Diaz, like, I guess she heard me, and she came and walked around the corner and she caught him in the act. So then I'm crying and she like, Erica, come here, and she was like like, she cussed. Like, this teacher, she was like so mad. She's like, get your fucking hands off of her and go sit over there. And then she went and got like the police of the school. She went and got the people of the school. So I sat and I explained to her everything that happened, and he was like, now he's upset, turning red in the face to my son. You better not tell on me, this, that, the third. He turning red. So I wasn't doing nothing to her. I was just trying to help her, stuff like that. Like, how are you trying to help me sticking your fucking hands in my pants? Like, and you're perverted as fuck. You're only in 5th grade and you're doing this shit to a person. No telling what he's doing now. Like, that scares me the most, because I have a daughter. And I always tell my baby, if somebody touching you inappropriate, it could be anybody in your class. If they touch you inappropriate, you come and you tell mama. Because that shit happened to me. And that was like, it was just so traumatic for me. So Miss Diaz wound up going to go get the sheriff. She wound up going to go get the principal. Like, she went and got a lot of people. So I'm sitting there shaking, crying, and she's like, she like, what's going on or whatever. And I tell her, like, he been doing this for a couple of sessions now, and he's hurting me, like, he touching on me, and I don't like it. And I asked him to stop. He keep pulling on me, stuff like that. Y'all, tell me why I went and told this. They suspended him for a whole week. He got a whole week out. When he came back to school, my life was a living hell. And when I say my life was a living hell, y'all, it was a living hell. He was trying to get girls in the other classes to beat me up. Like, when we go to PE and shit, it was weird seeing him and stuff. Cause like, he went home for touching on me and forcing me to do, like, forcing his hand in my pants and stuff like that. So he done like did all this to me, and then y'all still got this man at this school. At this point, y'all should have expelled him. Like, why is he still here? But they didn't do that. And then after that, my life was a living hell, and he just made me feel like shit all the way up until I left that school. I had finally left the school. I didn't even finish my 5th grade there. Did I finish 5th grade there? I didn't finish 5th grade there. I had wound up going back to my school in Deltona. So I wound up going back to Deltona, Volusia Pines Elementary. I wound up going back to Volusia Pines Elementary after I left that school. So thank God, like, it didn't continue because I had finally left, things like that. But y'all, just be more aware about what's going on in your kids' classrooms, who touching on them, who feeling on them. Pedophiles come in all shape and sizes. Y'all just stop thinking that all men are pedophile, all this, that. Little kids are pedophiles. If they see something at home, you never know what somebody's mind is thinking. You have pedophile as children as well. Like, and I just want some parents to know that, like, you have, and I know people will be like, oh, y'all was only in the 5th grade. Ain't no way no 5th graders tugging on you, pulling on you. And the crazy part about it, I wish I had this teacher number to see if she remembered the incident. But yeah, she saved me, and I'm just forever thankful if she ever look at my video. Yeah, like, this is the girl that was in your 5th grade session. You saved me. I appreciate you, and I thank you for everything, like, for stopping that. And you know, you really like saved me from somebody that was doing wrong to me. And like, y'all, like I said, like, pedophiles come in all shapes and sizes. If somebody is touching on your child at school and they constantly asking them to stop, that's a pedophile. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how y'all, or they're just kids, they touching. It don't matter. If somebody tell you don't put their hands in the pants, you see them crying, begging you please to stop, you're a pedophile. And I don't care how y'all try to sum it up. No, none of that. Me and my situation, that was nasty. Like, you sticking your hands in my pants, you keep touching on me, you keep pulling on me, I'm begging you to stop. It took a teacher to save me. So, like, y'all have to teach y'all kids. Y'all can't be letting y'all kids watch this crazy stuff on TV. Y'all have to sit y'all kids down and let them know that actions and that shit that they do is not a fucking acceptable. I don't care. And y'all, I could tell this story today without crying about it, without getting in my feelings about it, because I talked to God about it. God already healed me from that. And at the end of the day, I was saved. And I'm forever thankful for that teacher, for her being able to save me from the person that was hurting me. So, y'all, if y'all like this video, y'all messing with this video, y'all like, y'all comment, y'all subscribe, y'all hit that post notification bell to get notified every time I post. Like I said, y'all, I'm trying to make sure I drop these videos back to back for y'all. And these are only my stories. The shit only get realer and realer from here. I cannot tell you no fake, no flaw ass shit, because all this shit has happened to me. So I don't want nobody in my comments, oh, she lying, she making stuff up. No, I would never make no shit up like this on my kids. This shit happened to me. I can't make this shit up. So with further ado, y'all like, y'all comment, y'all subscribe, y'all hit that post notification bell, all that. I don't give a fuck about coming on here with no makeup, no lashes, no none of that. I'm gonna keep that shit real with y'all. I don't care. You gonna judge me, you gonna like me, or you not. You gonna like me or you not. Period. So like I said, once again, if y'all like this video, y'all like, y'all comment, y'all subscribe, y'all hit that post notification bell to get notified every time your girl posts. And y'all, I got another video today. Today I'm gonna drop for y'all too. So y'all gonna get this video and another video. So I'm gonna just keep coming with them videos, y'all. Y'all support y'all girl, y'all follow, y'all like, y'all hit that notification bell, and your girl is out. Thank y'all for watching.